Yo, what is up, everyone? My name is Just Add Ice, and welcome everyone to another Just Add Ice live stream. We are here in the new year, and it is currently 11:58 p.m. on January 2nd, and I'm gonna talk to you guys very shortly. But for now, we are going to jump right into it. As you guys can tell, today we're playing some more Clash Royale. As always, this is just what I'm doing for now on the stream, but I'm gonna be talking to you guys. I'm gonna be, telling you guys about how my day's been going, my New Year's, everything, and all that. This is a very impromptu stream. Obviously, I literally just fired this up like 1 minute before midnight, so this has been a very quick stream, but hopefully this game doesn't lag so that I can actually get in the game and then start streaming and then start having some fun with you guys. It's gonna take a minute though. It's gonna take a minute. I can't lie, chat. It's gonna take a minute, but we're gonna be in this game. We're gonna be having some fun. It's the new year, guys. It's the new year, new me. That's what they say. New year, new me. Am I right? But 2026, we gotta make it our year. We gotta, improve, and we just gotta go crazy, guys. We just gotta go crazy. That's what we have to do. Listen, that's what we have to do. That's what we need to do. All right, so we're going to be playing some more ladder matches. We're gonna be jumping into some ladder matches. Gonna hopefully climb to 9,000 trophies. We're gonna continue to push upwards towards that 10,000 trophy cap. Every time I play ladder, I only play it on stream for now. I did play like a couple little games of Merge Tactics off stream just to push a little bit higher, but it hasn't been going too well. Sitting at 2741. We're gonna do that at the end of the stream, but for now we're gonna jump into some Trophy Road. 7x Elixir is also here, which is pretty fun, but I already played that. All it is just spamming Elixir Golems, Battle Healers, and all that stuff. So, today's goal is for us to go from Pancakes Arena into the Valhalla Arena. Again, at this point, my deck, I'm still rocking with the Giant Graveyard deck. In my last stream, I unlocked the Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A, which is really cool. This is kind of, inspired by Jinxie and all that. But, again, at this level, we're still facing a lot of mid-ladder players. So, this kind of stuff is still very easy to essentially win these games, aside from the very glaring, lag that I'm facing. But honestly, other than that, we're chilling. We're chilling. Even with this lag, I'm winning and I'm dominating these matches. So you can only imagine how much better this would be if I did not lag. Look at this, chat. Vines plus a skeleton. That's going to be huge right there. You know what? We're going to snowball that. We are going to snowball that because we're just going to get a couple extra shots there from the Giant. That's good. We're going to play the minions right here. See what they have. Maybe an arrows. Okay, we're going to have to force a Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A right here. I do know that balance changes are coming very soon, but before the balance changes happen, hopefully we can still take advantage of the Mini P.E.K.K.A buff, because that's the thing. Mini P.E.K.K.A is getting a small HP recovery nerf, so that does suck, but it is what it is. We're going to keep pushing forward. We're going to keep grinding, and we're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep pushing it. Again, at this point, we're just trying to cycle, and we're just kind of trying to wait for 2x Elixir, because, again, this deck excels much better in 2 times Elixir, so we're just kind of waiting for that right now. And you know what? We're going to go in for an aggressive Graveyard. I don't think the Graveyard nerf has been here yet, so that's good, right? So the Graveyard still very, very dominant, and it's going to take the tower right there. Boom, just like that. And again, I know that Graveyard is also getting a nerf in this upcoming balance changes because, it's going to have a more predictable pattern, which is going to make things a little less fun, I guess. But I think it's still going to be fine. It's still going to be all good. And again, at this point, all I got to do is just kind of defend. But at the same time, I know that he has his rocket, So, you know, I don't want to give him too much value in case, right? And right here, he's probably going to play the rocket, right? He's probably saving up, maybe, something like that. We're going to Vines that. Perfect. And then, you know what? We're going to go in for a Graveyard once again. We're going to kind of let that tower go because I kind of know that the tower is, you know, kind of over, right? Again, and again, he also has Rocket Cycle here, so there's just kind of no point of me, you know, going forward. Again, if I just had a better connection at the beginning, I think I would have been able to save the tower, but it's okay. We're going to be able to go crazy now because now that we're here, we have all this, right? So let's go, let's go. We're going to Vines that immediately. Also going to Snowball into that. So he's going to try to Kite, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Look at the Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A. The Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A. was going absolutely wild and crazy there. So that was very, very good. We're going to go Witch on the defense here. That's nice. Very, very nice right here. And again, at this point, there's nothing much that he can do. All I got to do is just kind of cycle. You know, I'm going to play the Graveyard in just a second right here. Boom, Graveyard goes down. Then Vines right here. Going to Vines everything, including the tower. And again, he has absolutely nothing, you know, against this because of the fact that there's just constant pressure. Even if he tries to aggressively go for Mortar, you know, that's not going to work. That's not going to work for you, buddy. So, again, we're just going to keep dominating right here. We're going to keep the pressure on right here. And again, at this point, there's not much that he can do. Even if he tries to go for a rocket, it's not going to work. And, you know, I don't like these things going over overtime, but it is what it is. You know, he doesn't even have an evolution or anything like that. So, it is what it is. Again, we take the easy victory here once again. We're going to give him the preemptive good game. And we're going to give him the good luck as well. That's that. Not gonna give, you know, too much BM there. Not gonna BM him too much because again, we're still facing pretty much mid-ladder players, so you know, there's not much you know, they can do because I'm already kind of over leveled up. But anyways, that's, you know, enough commentary about that. I want to let you guys know that if you guys are enjoying the stream so far, then you guys can help out this channel by hitting the sub button. You know, just subscribing to the channel, that would help me out a lot. You know, I know that going into the new year, people have a lot of things on their mind, and that includes myself. You know, I have a lot of goals, I have a lot of aspiration. I definitely want to take content to a different level this year by first just being consistent and just uploading more videos in general. I'm aiming for 4 videos a month, and for me, that doesn't sound too bad, right? But it's definitely a lot better than what I was doing the year before in 2025, because I was uploading basically like nothing. Like, I uploaded 1 video at the beginning of the year, and then I took a long hiatus, and then I uploaded like a couple videos towards the end of the year, like in October, November. But there was just that huge gap that just left my channel basically dead. And again, I think the reason why was just because I wasn't locked in. I had a lot of different, you know, things going on behind the scenes, but it was mostly because, you know, I was shy, I was lazy, I wasn't confident in the camera. But at this point, you know, what I've come to learn is just like, I don't really care about that at this point, and I just want to do what I want, because I know that, you know, time's not going to wait for anybody. Excuse me. And the longer I just sit around and not pursue the goals that I want to, then the more I'm going to look back and I think, you know, what if I done this? What if I done that? And I think that's kind of my key takeaway going through 2026 is just trying out different things, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. You know, ultimately, whatever is going to stick is whatever is going to stick. And for me, again, right now I'm aiming for 4 videos a month. So that could be in the form of long form videos, short form videos like shorts, or it could be anything like live streams as well. Anything that just kind of provides content towards this channel so that it's not just sitting idle there, I'm good, right? So again, we see the mid ladder, you know, the mid ladder mess, right? Like, they're upgrading their you know, they're upgrading their Mega Knight, to, you know, whatever level 16, thinking that that's going to do something. It's not. It's not. If you know how to counter this stuff, it really isn't a problem. And bro, he just wasted 3 elixir on a Musketeer turret, and so now we're gonna have a big push coming up. Okay, so he's probably already back to his Mega Knight, so I'm not gonna be playing the same tactic here because I'm not dumb. You know, we're gonna try something different. We're gonna go in for a solo giant here. He's probably still gonna Mega Knight onto this anyways. You know, we're gonna let that giant go. You know, he's still gonna get a shot in there. You know, that's still good. Again, I'm not worried about this at all. I'm not worried about this at all because we got the Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A right here. That's gonna do huge. That's gonna be huge. Okay. Okay, maybe it's not doing as much as I thought, but that's okay. That's okay. Again, we're just kind of waiting for double elixir right here. We're gonna graveyard right here though. We're gonna graveyard right into that. Level up, level up. Let's go, level 17. Oh, dude, he's cooked. He's absolutely cooked. Good game right here. Heck yeah, bro. Literally, one push is all you need, and that is going to be tower right there. We're going to keep the pressure on. We're going to keep the pressure on because we can't not let this momentum go. We're going to witch in the back right here. That giant is going to kite the Mega Knight, which is going to be very nice right here. We're gonna minions that. And yeah, guys, you know, let me know what y'all's New Year's resolutions are for 2026. It's honestly crazy that we are in 2026 at this point because, you know, it's been 10 years since 2016, which is absolutely insane because I still remember that year very fondly. You know, it's like one of my best years, I think, you know, because that was like kind of like my childhood, you know, like my childhood, that was like the mid 2010s. And I feel like every generation says this, but, you know, really, I feel like my Gen Z childhood was, like, the best, you know? I had everything. Well, I did have everything, but, you know, I had a lot of things that a lot of, you know, Gen Z kids grew up with. You know, I watched those banger childhood TV shows. I had, like, you know, dope people back in, you know, middle school, high school, and all that stuff. And, you know, I still sometimes look back and think, like, yeah, like, that was a pretty dope time in my life. And, you know, there's no point of thinking in the past because we're only going to ever move forward. But I think it's fun sometimes just to, you know, reminisce on the good times. At least for me. You know, it feels like everything post-2020 was pretty weird and things were not, you know, normal. But that just kind of, you know, that's just kind of like the way it is. You know, you just have to keep going and, you know, look forward. Look forward to the New Year's, guys. Look forward to New Year's. You know, you guys, I want you guys to also achieve your goals in 2026. You know, 2025, that's behind us. You know, if I had to give it a rating for me personally, 2025 was maybe like a 6. It's like 6 out of 10. You know, I'm not even trying to, you know, meme or anything, but, you know, it really is almost like a 6 or 7 out of 10. It was just like kind of strange. Like really, like that was the thing, you know, like that was the thing. It just felt like, you know, 2025, that was just kind of like whatever. But again, you know, it's different for everybody. You know, it really is different for everybody. So we're gonna vines that, and then we're gonna level up that Mini P.E.K.K.A. Boom, level 17. He's gonna get 2 hits maybe. Let's go, bro. Literally took down this tower in like 2 hits right there. That's how broken the Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A. is, and we're gonna keep using him until he gets nerfed in the next update, but that ain't gonna happen, bruh. That ain't gonna happen yet. Okay, we're gonna go in for a giant right here. Giant in the pocket. He's probably gonna go in for a Goblin Curse right here, but I don't see why he would. You know, Goblin Curse is pretty right now. You know, it's pretty hard without the damage amplification and all that. And at this point, it's just kind of game over. I mean, good game. Good game. Oh, he has a mirror as well. No wonder. No wonder, chat. Bro, he's not coming back from this, man. Come on. But anyways, yeah. You know, I want to grow this channel out more. I want to upload more videos. I want to just try out this thing And if it turns out that it didn't work at the end, then I can at least say that I tried. Again, I wish I did this sooner. I wish I uploaded content sooner. I wish I did a lot of things sooner, but I didn't. And of course, I can always look back and be like, oh man, like, I kind of regret that. I kind of regret like the what if thing. But it really, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's all I can say at the end of the day. And if I could change a thing, I would. But things are, the times are different now. Times are different now. And, we got to adapt to the times, and we got to do what's trending. We got to do, what's popular and all that. You know what I'm saying? And so right here, we're still going to take the W right here. We're gonna give some more pressure. Okay, we're gonna vines that. Then we're gonna snowball that. Yeah, I got easy W right here. Good luck to you, my friend. Yeah. Yeah. Again, ooh, chat. I was literally looking at my phone to check out on the stream, but I literally didn't see that we get a 5-star. But we did get a 5-star. 135 guards. Not the best. Could have been a better 5-star, but I guess we'll take it with the whole nerf of the chest and all that. It is what it is. But we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna get to 9,000 trophies in this stream, chat. We're gonna get to 9,000 trophies in this stream. I have a lot of things on my mind, and I want to try to talk through that when I'm playing the game. But I also want to kind of commentate when I'm playing the game, so it's not just like, I'm playing this and I'm talking about something else. But I also want to focus on what I'm doing right here as well, right? So this is looking like a 2.6 kind of deck. Again, classic mid-ladder menace, guess no surprise there. We're going to go for a naked graveyard on the opposite lane though. We're going to give a little bit of pressure. We're going to see how they do under pressure. Or are they just going to let that go? So they're not just going to let it go, but we did get ourselves a King Tower activation here. You know what? We're going to go in with a little bit of pressure here with a Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A. alongside a couple minions. Let's see how they defend this. They do not. We're going to activate the ability. Yes, sir. It's going to get 2 shots. Oh, you know what? We have to vines that. Boom. Value right there. That's how we take down the tower right there. That was worth it. Even though it may look like an overcommitment, it was not. It was not an overcommitment. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys' 2026 is going well so far. We are currently 3 days into the new year. 3 days into the new year, guys. We still have a lot of things we got to accomplish this year. Wow, that was way too early. That was way too early of a snowball. But yeah, guys, we still have a lot of things to do. You have to keep having a positive mindset. You have to have a positive mindset. That's how you go through. That's how you go through life. That's how you get through the tough moments and the tough challenges. When you want to be lazy, or if you want to not be productive, it's very easy to think that. And trust me, I've had moments like that as well, but it's never worked out well to the point where I thought, oh yeah, I didn't regret that. But truth be told, it was like, no, I wish I could have done this better, or I wish I could have done that better. But ultimately, you can't take back what you've done in the past. You can only think forward in the future. And truly, that's actually low-key a blessing in disguise if you think about it, because when you have challenges along the way, or if you feel like you're struggling, or something's not going well in your life, think of it as a challenge, right? And of course, everybody's circumstances is different, but I feel like if it's like for me, it's like this, right? God's not going to give you a challenge that you can't handle, right? He knows that whatever you are going to do on the other side of that, you're going to come out as a better person at the end. And so I feel like that's the same thing with me. You know, I haven't been consistent with my content for a long time. And now that I'm all of a sudden, you know, doing content again, it feels weird. Of course, it feels weird. It feels, you know, like this is something that I haven't done before. But, you know, I have done this before. You know, I've grown up watching YouTube. I've grown up wanting a life like this, right? And so you have to like put yourself into that mindset of like, okay, how would this YouTuber do? Or like, how would this, you know, YouTuber operate? And then you have to, you know, apply that and apply that to your own mindset. Like, probably doesn't make any sense. Like, anything that I'm saying right now probably makes no sense. I'm just yapping to yap. Sometimes I feel like I talk better when I'm not streaming, and so like when I am streaming, my thoughts are not like there. You know, it's a weird thing because, you know, I had a lot of thoughts and I had a lot of things I wanted to say before the stream, but I want to save that for the stream. But now that the stream is here, it's almost like, well, you know, it's not that I didn't know what I was going to say. Of course, I always knew what I was going to say. It just feels weird sometimes when it's like, oh, like, here I am, and then all of a sudden I'm like blanking on the things that I want to say or whatever. I don't know. But I guess that's just something that I have to get used to anyways. I do like streaming at the end of the day, don't get me wrong. I do like streaming, and I want to try this, and I want to see how it works, and, you know, see if it works out or not, you know? A Boss Bandit, okay? She is also getting a nerf in the upcoming update, by the way. I do know that. So again, at this point, there is two options. I can either continue to push, then after I take their tower, I just chill, or I just go in, and then I protect my tower. But at this point, we'll see. I think this person may have given up, but I'm not 100% sure. Nope, this person did not give up yet. Okay, this guy just predict lightning? No, I don't think he did, but kind of looked like it because I'm lagging. Damn, you know, guys, speaking of lag, have you guys seen those, you know, PC prices these days? Bro, Nvidia is like saying how they're gonna be raising up like their GPU prices by like $2,000, $3,000. Now it's gonna be like $5,000 for like their latest GPU, which is absolutely crazy, guys. Like, imagine that, bro. And I was like in the market to like build a new PC and all that, but now that I'm looking at this, I'm just like, bro, like, how am I supposed to build a PC, gang? Like, for real, like, PC building is gonna be so hard. Like, I thought like the Ramageddon thing was bad, but now every like PC component's going up because of AI. You know, it's like, oh yeah, AI. You know, we need more data centers. You know, we need more storage. So, you know, everything is going up. I actually wanted to build a PC because I did have a budget in mind, and I do believe that with this, you know, limited budget, I was able to afford a budget PC, like a budget PC. But that's already way better than what I have right now. Like, bro, I'm literally streaming, and this is a very niche thing. This is a very, very niche thing, but I'm literally streaming on a 2013 iMac, right? Like those those all-in-one desktop. Like, I don't know anyone who actually uses all-in-one desktop, but this is just what like my mom got for me. And so, like, I kind of stuck with it because, you know, I didn't have no reason to complain, right? Like, what do I have to be complaining about? You know, I didn't have money at the time, so, you know, I was grateful either way. But it was like, this is what I had. And so, you know, I never bothered to, you know, look into an actual PC where, you know, it's a monitor, right? Like, that's the monitor, and then the rectangle, that's the build. You know, like, that's the build. That's where all the power is coming from, right? But it's like, you know, now that I'm starting to stream and I want to take content a bit more seriously, then yeah, this is going to be an investment that I'm going to have to make, right? It's probably going to put me into, well, it's not going to put me into debt, but it's definitely going to take a negative on the bank account, which, again, guys, do not get into debt. Debt sucks, like the life out of you. It sucks a ton. You know, things like student debt, I understand because I've been through that myself. And it sucks, you know, because, you know, you're always owning someone, right? But anyways, the point that I'm trying to make here is building a PC in 2026. I'm just gonna have to wait on that for now. I'm gonna wait for the prices to maybe go down a little bit. If I am like, I don't know, like desperate, or maybe not desperate, or if I'm like, really, really in need, then I could always go to Facebook Marketplace, and I could always, buy myself a secondhand. Which is honestly what I plan to do in the first place. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't about to go to my local, Best Buy or whatever, and buy myself like a pre-built there. Although honestly, a pre-built in 2026 might actually be a good idea in the recent rises of, PC prices going up and all that. Now might not be a good time to build your own PC, but it might be a good time to look into a pre-built PC. I don't know, but that's just something that I'm doing. And also, speaking of that, I wasn't finished my train of thought because again, my brain is kind of like going all over the place. But I am using a 2013 iMac, which was I think secondhand. It wasn't even like a new one, but the condition, the condition's good. Everything is running smooth. There's no problem with like how it looks like physically. I think like hardware and software, it's all pretty good as well. But where the problem arises is that I'm not just streaming this on the Mac OS system. I actually downloaded Boot Camp, which is essentially like the Windows version or the Apple's version of like a virtualization. What was it called? It's like a like I forgot what it's called, but it's like a virtual. It's like a virtual machine. Yeah. I think that's what it's called. It's got virtual, like a VM, like a virtual machine. Essentially, you run like Windows like on top of Windows, and you can use that for like experiments, like checking out like if this thing has a virus or but just basically like having like another operating system on top of that, essentially, right? But basically, I have Boot Camp, which is running inside of Mac, because me personally, I don't like the Mac OS system, and I always prefer Windows. And so I had that. Then I downloaded Windows 10, and then that's what I'm using right now. So I'm using the 2013 iMac as a base, and then I'm running Windows 10 on top of that, which already sucks because you can see how this takes up a lot of the storage, and honestly the hardware in general is pretty outdated. 2013, that's over 12 years ago. I mean, technically 2026, that's 13 years ago. But again, like, it's just absolutely crazy to think about that. Hold up. But yeah, it is just absolutely crazy to think about that, because the hardware is just so old now. Because we're running like a virtual machine here, it's not technically like my stats or whatever, but I do have a NVIDIA 755, because that's like the pre-built thing it comes with when I'm running like a virtual machine, right? And I checked it out. Of course it's from 2013. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It can run, honestly, surprisingly enough, it can run like Fortnite at 60 FPS. That's fine. And I'm actually really happy with how it performs off stream. It's just when I am streaming, this is happening, right? Like my stream setup is lagging because obviously streaming is taking up a portion of the hardware. And then on top of that, my BlueStacks doesn't even run that good in the first place, which feels kind of ironic, because you would think, right? Like you would think for a, because you would think like, oh yeah, like BlueStacks, like all you're doing is just running, Android games, and obviously Android games are a lot less intensive, right? So it's like, why is it that it's still lagging? But I don't know. I don't really know. And I don't even want to try streaming Fortnite, because I know that if I do that, then it's definitely going to lag a lot more. So, I'm not even going to bother with that. And that's also one of the reasons why I am only streaming, Clash Royale for now, because it's not too intensive on the hardware, and honestly, it's kind of what I'm just doing, for fun. Again, Clash Royale, not just Clash Royale, but Clash Royale, Brawl Stars has kind of fallen off. You know, a lot of games are falling off these days. I can't even say that I fully, you know, enjoy playing Clash Royale anymore because of just the recent horrendous updates and the whole level 16 thing. Like nobody enjoys level 16. Like let's be honest, nobody enjoys level 16, but it's just something that, you know, some of us are just like putting up with because either that's their income, like they still make Clash Royale content, but I feel like a lot of this thing is just a loop. Like it's just a freaking loop, you know. You go through the oh we're so back, and then it goes into the oh it's so over, and then you just repeat that cycle over and over again. Like that's literally how I felt about Clash Royale. Like I play it a little bit, but then I quit, and then I play a little bit, and then I come back. Like it's just that over and over and over again. It's like, when is the cycle gonna end? You know, you gotta end the cycle eventually. You know, you gotta stop doing that. Come on, guys. But yeah, honestly, we're doing good so far. I don't think we've taken a single L so far in this stream. I think we're doing really good. We're going to keep pushing up. We're only 200 trophies away, which is pretty easy. It also helps that we have this crown rush so that we can get some bonus crowns for our battle pass. But yeah. Riley Molite, bruh. Bro thinks he's actually Riley Mohammed Light, bro. Come on. You ain't fooling nobody. Okay. Okay, chill, bruh. Why is it so aggressive, bruh? Come on now. You know what? We're gonna graveyard. We're gonna graveyard right here. I don't care. Oh, and he just used his arrows. Oh, chat, he's cooked. He's cooked. We're gonna vines that. We're gonna vines that. We're gonna vines that. We're gonna vines that. Yep. So much value. That was worth it. That was 100% worth it. Wow. Easy. Easy, chat. I thought he was playing Hyperbait, because I know that Hyperbait is a pretty trendy deck right now, but he's not. He's just playing Hog Rider Cycle, something like that. I'm really happy that I got the Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A though from the Guaranteed Hero Hero event, because that was nice, bro. I was not expecting Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A because I thought the Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A was locked behind the Battle Pass, but it turns out that he could also be unlocked through the regular hero chest, you know, which is nice. And they are also introducing the Hero Ice Golem and the Hero Ice Golem and the Hero Wizard, which is looking kind of whack. Which is looking kind of whack, I can't lie, chat. Hero Wizard is just like Evil Valkyrie, but just, I guess, slightly better, because he can, like, fly or whatever. And then the Evil Ice Golem is just an evil ice. It's like an ice spirit, just like a walking ice spirit. All these things just to buff the 2.6 Hog Rider meta, which is, I mean, nice for the 2.6 Hog players. You know, me personally, you know, I don't play Hog. You know, I haven't played Hog Cycle in a while, so I can't say that, you know, it benefits me. But honestly, it is what it is. You know, I think Hog Cycle has always been in a good state in this game. And just goes to show, like, how, not, like, balanced it is, but just how, like, consistent Hog Cycle is. You know, Hog EQ, you know, regular Hog, some, like things like that. You know what I'm saying? So here we're just gonna go aggressive with the Hero P.E.K.K.A and the Minion Horde, because I feel like he just, I feel like he just overspent a lot. So, indeed he did. And yeah, we're just going to take the tower, essentially. But yeah, guys, you know, I hope that, you know, Clash Royale going to 2026, that things are going to be better. But honestly, I'm not going to hold out hope for this. And I don't know how much longer I'm going to be also continuing to stream Clash Royale. Because I don't even know if this is good for my channel. Because I don't even know what I want to do with my channel right now. You know, what kind of direction do I want to take? Do I want to be a entertainer, like streaming on Twitch? Or do I want to be like a gaming YouTuber? Do I want to be, you know, known as a self-improvement kind of guy, even though I'm not that good at self-improvement myself, or just giving advice in general? all these things I'm trying to tackle and I'm trying to think about in my day-to-day life. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing for now, right? But that's something that is going to take time to figure out, and that's something that's going to be, on my mind, and something that I'm going to be thinking about for the future to come. But what I do know is that as long as I keep going, as long as I give it my 100%, then I can definitely get somewhere with this. Again, I feel like social media really is like the future in this digital age, right? With the rise of AI and everything else, of course you want to, get onto the technology. Like you want to get on the technology wave before it leaves the station, because I truly feel like in the future, like that's how you get rich. That's how you get paid. It's a very lucrative thing, but not everybody can do it. I don't even know if I can do it, right? But that's why it's important to believe in myself. But belief also has to do with how much work you put in. Like one unfortunate truth about life is that some people, just because of like their circumstances, or just like how they're born into, or what they're dealt with in life, no matter how hard they try, they can't get to where their dreams want to be, right? And honestly, that's just a brutal, truth about reality, which sucks, which really, really does suck. But for me, because I do have the circumstances and I do have I feel like the opportunity and the gifts, then it feels like it would be a waste if I were to just go on and do whatever, right? It's like I have to at least try, so that I know whether it works out at the end or it doesn't. So I really appreciate anyone who is just, supporting me along the way. I try not to look at the numbers, even though, I'm still a very, very small YouTuber, so it's not like there are any numbers to look at in the first place. It's just more of like a thing where right now I'm kind of just like not obsessing over, my statistics. I'm just kind of like not even going schizo, but just kind of like looking at the numbers, and I'm just like thinking like, oh yeah, like let me check every hour on the hour. Let me check every hour if I've gained like a new thing. Oh my gosh, this is stupid. I just activated the King Tower. What am I doing? Could have timed it a little bit better there, but that's fine. But yeah, again, I don't really know what I'm doing, if I'm being completely honest, and that's just me being honest. One of the things that's actually been holding me back is just like not uploading as much videos. Is ironically enough, my phone storage is full. Like I have a phone that only has 256 gigs, which at first seemed like a good amount of storage, because it is. Like to be fair, like it was a good enough storage. It's just that because I'm doing more content, I just have a lot of videos and like photos and just screenshots like stacked up over time, and it just kind of took up more and more space in the future. And so it just kind of became one of those things where it was like, oh yeah, well, I just have a lot of these photos and videos, and it's like, well, where are they gonna go? I do have a external SSD that I am planning to store a lot of these things on, but again, because I'm lazy and I haven't taken the time to do that, I really should do that, because it's a very, very easy and very, very simple thing. But I just haven't gone around to doing that yet, because again, I'm kind of a lazy bum. Kind of a lazy bum. That is one of my flaws. That's something that I need to work on personally, because it's kind of ruining some parts of my life. Because I am capable of doing these things. It's just I think I've come to a point where like my what's it called? It's like my conditioning has made me feel like oh yeah, like this is some type of super hard task, even though in reality it's not. Like it really isn't a hard task to do. But I just make it seem like it's a big deal, because in my mind it's like it's almost as if like I can't rationalize it or whatever, even though it's very simple. And that's just like one example, of course, right? I mean, it feels like it's a pretty dumb example, but everybody's going through a different thing behind the scene, right? Like that's something that I've also come to realize now, as I've grown older, is that everybody's dealing with some behind the scenes, man. Like again, the whole Kai Cenat thing that happened last year, again, it's crazy to say last year, but technically speaking, it is 2026. And back in December of 2025, which is last year, Kai Cenat came out with this whole video talking about like his mental health, and a lot of people on Twitter, on X, were like clowning on him because they were like, well, you're a rich guy, you're basically a multi-millionaire. It's like, what is there to complain about? And I can see like an argument for that side, but the truth is, guys, like, this is just one example out of the thousands of people that have come out with saying like, oh yeah, they struggle with their mental health, or they struggle and they realize that what they wanted was the money, but then once they got the money, they realized like, oh, like that didn't really fulfill me. It was like there was something else that was missing there, right? And I totally can see that. I totally can see that because through just my own experience and through my own life, I can tell that there's a lot of things that I wanted in life, but then it was like after I got it, the kind of like it was like kind of the novelty were off. It was more like the anticipation, and what I wanted was a lot higher, and then it was almost like once I got it, well, that's the anticipation's gone now. The anticipation, the surprise factor, it's not there anymore. And once it's not there, you feel like, it's like, wow. Like, wow. Like, I guess it really wasn't, what I thought it would be. And that's the whole, mentality behind, like, oh, it's not the journey. It's, what? No. I said it wrong. It's not about the destination, and it's about the journey. It's kind of hard for me to think of a thing think of an example on the spot, but you just kind of have to go through your own life and to just experience what life has to offer, and then you just come to your own conclusion. I know that for me, it isn't always about the destination. It really is about the journey. It's like when I think back on whenever I traveled or whenever I went somewhere, it's like I don't think about the destination necessarily. It's like, yeah, like I think about the destination, right? But I also think about the things that I've experienced along the way. The memories, the people, and these are the things that stick with me, not necessarily the location itself, right? It's like the people that I've bonded with, the memories. These things are never going to go away, and they always hold a special spot in my mind, right? Okay, so this guy just went in for a super deep barrel right here, and I did not even need to snowball that, so that was good. And see, I know that what this guy's trying to do, but we're not going to let this happen. We're going to snowball that. And yeah, this way I created some opposite lane pressure. That's actually exactly what I want to do. Because, again, it looked like my tower was about to fall, right? But, it's not going to happen. It's not going to, I'm not going to let this guy take it from me. I meant to kite the Golden Knight there, but that's fine. That's okay. We're going to go in for a graveyard right here. And we're going to snowball all that. We're going to snowball all that. That should be tower down right here. Yeah, that is tower down. So, yeah, good game. Good game to this guy. See, I was about to lose the tower, but I knew what was happening. And I knew that I couldn't commit to that lane. I knew that I couldn't continue to commit to that lane because I was going to lose that. So, again, create some opposite lane pressure. That way, I'm not just stuck pushing that one lane. Boom, I went in for the other side. Boom, that was good. And that's that. So, we are a couple games away from 9,000 trophies. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep pushing up. But yeah, guys, all this stream is at the end of the day is just me kind of yapping about what's going on in my life, about the things that I'm going through, and hopefully, this can help you guys out, like genuinely from the bottom of my heart, because, this is something that I've always wanted to do, and I want to continue to try this, especially going to 2025. I mean, 2026, bro, what am I saying right now? What am I saying? But yeah, again, with these types of things, you just have to give it your best. It feels like I'm going around a circle with the kind of, things I'm saying, because, again, I'm not, like, that good when it comes to commentating, and at the same time, talking about this. We're going to Vines that right here. Crap, I meant to hook onto the Rain Rider, but that's fine. That's fine, come on. Okay, good. We barely managed to squeeze in the Giant here. Let's see what the opponent's answer to this. I don't think they have enough elixir to Mega Knight, I was gonna say, but you know, this is also fine. We're gonna go in for a cheeky snowball. You know, I mean, I don't know if that was worth it, but you know, we took down the tower, so you know, I would say that that was pretty, you know, worth it in general. But yeah, guys, like I have big goals in mind. You know, I have big goals. You know, as a kid, I would always watch like movies, right? Like I would watch like Jackie Chan movies. I would watch those like early 2000s Jackie Chan movies. I would watch like early Will Smith movies when he was in the movie Independence Day, and when he was like he was also in that that one movie, The Pursuit of Happiness, kind of an underrated movie. You know, like I think I saw that movie back in high school, where like one of my teachers, like English teacher maybe, played it. And at the time, like I didn't really understand like the movie, but it seemed like it was like a pretty emotional movie, right? Turns out it was a pretty deep movie. Like the guy, Will Smith, like he was struggling with like poverty or whatever, like in New York City. Oh, and there was also like this one Rubik's Cube scene in the movie, which is actually pretty funny, because I also recently, well not recently, but you know, last year, and I guess more like in 2024, I was pretty into like Rubik's Cube, and like solving the Rubik's Cube and all that. I solved the Rubik's Cube for the first time, like following a YouTube tutorial. It was pretty fun. It was actually a lot easier than I thought. But again, like that's another one of those examples where it was like, oh, like in my mind, like I thought solving a Rubik's Cube was like some super ultra hard task, but it was like, you know, I took my time, and I was like playing around with the cube, and I was like figuring like, oh yeah, like I was literally watching a YouTube tutorial, right? Shout out to Cubehead. Shout out to Cubehead. He was actually the guy that I learned it from. I know a lot of people learned it from JPerm. He's also a pretty good YouTuber. You know, shout outs to him. You know, but for me, I learned it from Cubehead. He taught me how to solve a Rubik's Cube. That was really fun. And again, that's another one of those examples of, you know, hey, you know, there was this thing that I didn't know how to do. You know, I put in the work. Oh, look, I know how to solve it now. Turns out it wasn't even that hard in the first place. And so now that I kind of, you know, now know how to solve it, you know, the kind of novelty is kind of gone. And it's like the mystery. It's kind of like, oh, it's like, you know, like that's how you solve it. It's like, oh, like it doesn't, you know, feel like it's this grandiose, mysterious thing. Not that it's a bad thing, but it's just one of those things where, you know, you experience it once and you're like, oh, like, you know, you can never, you know, you can never go back to what it was like before. You know, you can never go back to, you know, how you felt before in that moment. I did record like a short video of just like me saying like, hey guys, like, look, like I did it. You know, like I know how to solve a Rubik's Cube now, but it wasn't anything, you know, crazier than that. And basically, yeah, where I was going with this, right? Where I was going with this was basically, you know, when you don't know how to, you know, it's like when you don't know how to solve something, and you're just like, you know, not like struggling, but you're just like, oh, like, you know, let me figure things out. Honestly, I don't know where I was going with that. You know, the whole Rubik's Cube thing threw me off. Oh, yeah, I was talking about my my childhood. So basically, yeah, you know, I grew up watching, you know, Will Smith movies, Jackie Chan movies, a ton of other movies, just to name a few. And, you know, as a kid, I think my dream was actually to become an actor. You know, was to become an actor, because I was like, man, like, you know, I wish I could be in like those movies and, you know, things like that, right? And then I realized, you know, slowly that movie dream, you know, kind of faded away, because I realized, I was like, well, you know, being a movie star is you know, it's not as easy as you think. And of course, I'm Asian, and you know, I don't know if there's a lot of Asian rules. You know, I know there's a lot of like Asian actors now, but you know, there's like a lot of different types of acting gigs and stuff like that. And honestly, guys, like I never, you know, looked into it, you know, more than that. It was just one of those like dreams in the back of my head. Never like committed to anything. I never, you know, like took acting classes or anything like that. It was just one of those things where, you know, I was like, oh yeah, like, you know, it sounds interesting. You know, it sounds like it's something that I could do. I didn't take up on the opportunity as of right now. I could always do it in the future, but that slowly transitioned into like, oh, my more entertainment base, right? And by the way, guys, we are into our last game of this match, if we can make it into 9,000 trophies. So if we win this game, we can hit 9,000 trophies, but if we don't, then we're gonna have to play probably one more game. So this guy is running some type of P.E.K.K.A deck variant. It's looking like maybe a Bridge spammy deck, but honestly, guys, I don't even know what kind of deck this is right now. We're gonna be, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see. Hopefully, okay, never mind. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna let the Giant go. We're not gonna support it. It should still get a couple good hits in. You know, Giant's a very, very tanky. Damn, the Giant is tanky, bruh. It's a tanky Giant, bruh. Okay, and then we're gonna have to snowball all that. Perfect snowball right here. Amazing snowball, you could say. Amazing snowball, you could say. So right here, also gonna level up. Let's go, level 18. That's massive. I'm gonna hover the vines right here. We're gonna vines all that. Heck yeah. And then, yeah, we just take the tower right here. We just take the tower. Let's freaking go, guys. Level 18 mini P.E.K.K.A. Still broken AF, bro. Broken AF. I can definitely see why they're going to be nerfing the healing damage. Because, gosh damn, bro. Hero Mini P is going insane. But yeah, guys, we basically got the game in the bag. You know, at this point, I'm just going to try to go for the 3 crown. And just create some opposite lane pressure. With this game, guys, we will officially hit 9,000 trophies in ladder in Clash Royale. And yeah, we're going to keep going, guys. I mean, we're going to keep pushing up to 10,000 trophies, get the seasonal arenas, and then eventually maybe unlock ladder. You know, it's crazy that, you know, they changed that whole system now to where, you know, you don't even have bronze, silver, and gold. You start out with, I don't know, like masters or whatever, and then you go from there. But anyways, guys, with this game, we just got 12 trophies. And we have officially made it to Valhalla. We reached a new arena. Let's go, guys. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. 9,000 trophies. Arena 23. We hit 9K trophies. And we have to keep going, of course, right? I know a friend. He was actually just in Valhalla Arena. I think he's still in. I think he still is in Valhalla Arena. So, the good thing about this trophy is that there's going to be a trophy gate. So, even if I lose, I'm not going to go under that. And yeah, Legendary Arena is next. Man, I remember when I used to be in a Legendary Arena, like, probably like years and years ago. But after that, it's going to be Lumber Louvre Cavern, Royal Road, and then you get our ranked unlocked, and then whatever else, and then some of the heroes, and whatever. We're not going to worry about that for now. We've officially hit 9,000 trophies in Clash Royale, which is a W right here. We're going to keep collecting these rewards, which honestly, it's a W. You know, credit where it's due. This is kind of a W. You know, all they need you to do is play these battles. And you don't even have to win these battles, guys. Like, you just jump into the game, be AFK. My personal suggestion right now is if you want to grind out this quest fast, is to go into 7 Elixir. Don't even touch the game mode. Just let them 3 crown you, you know. Games don't even last past, like, you know, a minute or two, so that way it goes by really quickly. Right? So that's nice. So, we've hit a new arena. Guys, let's play another game. You know, let's play another game. I want to see what this arena is all about. I think this is still kind of like, you know, mid-ladder at this point. I don't think I've lost like a single game climbing up from P.E.K.K.A Arena to Valhalla Arena. I am going to miss the P.E.K.K.A Arena, though, because I felt like, you know, there was low-key a connection there with the whole, like, Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A thing and the actual, you know, the Pancakes Arena, right? It's like P.E.K.K.A Pancakes, you know, it's kind of like what the Mini P is known for. But already we're going up against a guy who is slightly higher. I don't know. I mean, he's technically King Tower 13, but he does have some level 14 cards and now level 15 cards. So, you know, it seems like he's, you know, leveled up a bit more. But yeah, we're going to go here. We're going to distract the Executioner. And hopefully that way we can get ourselves... this is a little overcommitment. A little bit of overcommitment on my end, so that's not good. That's not good so far, you know, but we're going to keep going. Again, this deck shines in 2x Elixir, so, you know, even if it looks bad, it's not going to be too bad. So, they're going to go in for another Hog Rider right here. Again, you know, this deck ain't even like a hard counter or nothing like that. It's just a regular, schmegular deck. We're not going to make the same mistake, though. We are going to go... Nah. You know what? I'm going to hold off on that. I'm going to hold off for now. Actually, you know what? Nah, screw it. We're going to Graveyard. We're going to Graveyard. We're going to Graveyard. Let's go. Let's go. We're going to keep that Evil Witch alive right here. Let's freaking go. get a little bit of chip damage on there. You know, I probably should have decided beforehand whether I was gonna commit or not, but it was just kind of like a last minute decision. I was like, well, you know what? F it. I'm just gonna do it. You know, I'm just gonna do it. He's probably going to P.E.K.K.A here, but that's fine. I've got a little bit of minions to support that. If he's not gonna P.E.K.K.A, no P.E.K.K.A. I was expecting a P.E.K.K.A there. Should I Vines that? Yeah, sure. You know what? We're gonna Vines that. We're gonna Vines that. Why the heck not? Boom. Boom. Goes the tower right here. Probably is gonna Hog Rider right here. So I'm gonna set up with a Witch in the back. Oh, dude, this is good, bro. This is very, very good. This is very good. He's not even playing the P.E.K.K.A. I mean, he's not even playing the Hog Rider, and we have to keep the pressure up. That's how we get him. That's how we get this victory, because as long as we keep up the pressure, that way he doesn't rest up. Oh, we level up the mini P.E.K.K.A. Boom, take the tower right there. Chat, W's in the chat right there. W's in the chat. See, that's the thing, guys. That's the thing. You know, this deck might take a little bit of damage at the beginning, but ultimately this giant deck is going to dominate in 2 times Elixir, because it's going to, you know, ramp up very, very quickly. All right? We're going to play one more game. We're going to play one more game. We're going to play one more game in the Valhalla Arena, and then after that, we're going to be playing something else. We're still going to be playing Clash Royale, though, of course, but we're going to switch it up a little bit, you know? We're going to switch it up. But yeah, so far, I'm just enjoying the journey, guys. You know, like what I was talking about, you know, we're going to enjoy the journey, right? It's not about the destination. It's not about, you know, reaching 10,000 trophies and all of a sudden, you know, that's when I'm happy. And we're like, whoa, like, that's when I'm happy. It's like, no, man, you know, I'm recording this, you know, I'm streaming this. I'm going to look back on this eventually, one day in the future, and be like, wow, you know, like I really did this, right? Like, it's all about, you know, preserving that memory in my head, you know? You know, it's more so something for me to look back on and be like, oh, well, you know, that's crazy. Like I actually did that, right? But yeah, again, it feels like at this point, you know, still pretty mid ladder. It's looking like, you know, some type of you know, Mega Knight deck or whatever. I don't even know what they're doing, but you know, it seems like Valhalla is still going to be a very easy arena to push through. I'm like fully confident that we're going to be able to get to 10,000 trophies and unlock the ranked mode pretty soon. But yeah, hopefully y'all's it's like I'm not you know, I'm not Southern, but hopefully your guys' you know, New Year's is going good. Guys, we're only 3 days into your New Year's. There's still a lot of things to come. There's still a lot of, you know, good things. And, you know, again, 10 years since 2016 is pretty crazy. Y'all, if you guys are there, yo, 2016 was, like, dead-ass, like, the best year. It feels like 2016 is actually when, like, everything kind of shifted. Or not, like, everything kind of shifted, but it was kind of, like, where I, quote-unquote, gained consciousness, right? It was, like, everybody had, like, a phase where, or like, everybody had, like, a moment in life where it was, like, oh, like, I all of a sudden, you know, gained consciousness. Like, it was, for me, it was, like, around that time. Like, it was around that time where I start to form, like, core memories. It was, like, around that time where, like, that's when I could look back and be like, oh, it was, like, yeah, like, you know, I guess this happened and stuff like that. It's, like, other times were just kind of, like, a figment of my imagination. It was just kind of, like, oh, yeah, you know, like, maybe this happened. Like, I have, like, a vague memory of it. But, again, crazy to think that 2016 was, like, freaking 10 years ago, man. Like, that is just wild, bro. Like, that just makes me feel old, because it's just, like, bro, like, so many crazy things happened in 2016, bro. Fidget spinners, bottle flip challenge. It was, like, trendy songs. Like, bro, like, people were, bro, my class was bopping to Fetty Wap, guys. Like, if y'all know Fetty Wap, that's elite ball knowledge, bro. That's actually elite ball knowledge if you guys know Fetty Wap. That's elite right there. But, yeah, like, people were bumping to Fetty Wap. People were, like, playing with, like, fidget spinners when that was, like, a whole trend. People were just, like, I just felt like people were happier back then, man. Like, people were just happier. You know, we were just, like, vibing it out and just, like, having some more fun. It was a good time, bro. Like, honestly, like, it was just a good time. Wow, this Vines is, like, carrying us. I mean, it's getting kind of close. It's getting kind of close. So, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of have to lock in a little bit. I kind of have to lock in. We need one more push, though. We need one more big push here. yeah, we're not gonna commit the giant right here because I know what the giant is gonna do. We're gonna graveyard. We're gonna graveyard. Let's go graveyard. Let's go graveyard. Yeah. This guy's over. Yeah. This guy's over. This guy is over. Is over, guys. Is over. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Good luck to you too. Peace. But yeah, that was pretty fun. That was a pretty fun game. Yeah. So again, we're gonna keep climbing up. You know, that's what it's all about. We're going to take a quick intermission, though, because we are going to be switching over to Merge Tactics. I know that this game mode isn't as popular as the main game, so I'm probably going to be commentating a bit more, just, like, talking about my life and stuff. Because, again, it's not, like, that exciting of a gameplay, you know. A big part of it is still RNG. You know, I know that not everybody, you know, plays, you know, Merge Tactics, which is fair, you know. I did see that they some content creators had like a sneak peek of the upcoming Merge Tactics season. You know, I think they had like some type of new like ruler thing. Like I don't know who that person is, or maybe the person is like based on Clash Mini or whatever. But you know, who really cares? But there's gonna be a new ruler coming out. That's gonna be cool, I guess. All I want to do is just hit 3,000 trophies and I'm done. Like once I hit 3,000, like I'm chilling. You know, 3,000 trophies, which is Diamond Trophy. We're halfway there. Again, I played like a couple of games, just maybe like 4 or 5 games off stream. So, you know, on my last stream, I was like around 2,700. Like I was a little between 2,600 and 2,700. But now I'm floating around the 2,741. I don't know if this is a conspiracy or not. We're just gonna jump into it again with Elixir Long. But I don't know if this is like a conspiracy theory or not. But I always feel like, you know, if you keep like playing Merge Tactics, like you're eventually gonna tilt. You're eventually gonna like start losing games, right? Which sometimes feels like, you know, Clash Royale matchmaking is like against you. But I feel like a good strategy to kind of like combat that, or not like combat that, but just like actually going into a game and actually playing only like 1 or 2 games per day. Like if you play every single day, you're playing a little bit of Merge Tactics, you might kind of tilt. You know, you might tilt a little bit. But on the other hand, no, I will say that on the other hand, if you only play like, you know, 1 or 2 games per day, you know, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it feels like you have a higher likelihood of winning. But anyways, chat, look at this. Because of my lag, I literally lost out on the first round, even though I probably wasn't supposed to lose. Like, I don't know if I was going to lose that round anyways, but, you know, I still didn't feel good about the fact that I lost. Like, come on. We're probably going to take the L on this one, though. Honestly. They have a little bit more. Yo, what the hell? Is that the Prince? Bro, I thought that was the Elixir Collector. What the heck? Bro, I could have sworn I just placed down an Elixir Collector there, chat. What the hell? Oh, bro, now I'm definitely gonna lose. Yeah, thanks, game. Like, bro, what the hell, man? Bro, this game is... Dude, I blame this on my lag, bro. I swear I blame this on my lag. That's crazy, bro. We're gonna sell you. Get this promotion. We're gonna sell this. Maybe get this. I don't know. Switch you. Who knows? Who knows? At this point, I'm just kind of doing whatever. I'm just trying to stay in the game. Just trying not to get 4th place, man. Come on. Bro, I'm definitely going to be losing, bro. This is crazy, bro. See, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, even if I didn't have lag in the first place, I still had terrible RNG for that round. So I was still probably going to lose anyways, like, which is just absolutely stupid. Bro, yeah, we only have like 2 days left of this season anyway, so it's like I have to try. Wait, did I just get 3rd place? Bro, I don't even know what's going on in this game. Like, bro, my computer is actually tweaking. Bro, my computer is tweaking. Like, my computer is kind of like a tweaker, bro. Like, that's how the game gets me, bro. I swear. We have Swift Tile. Okay, I can work with that. Nice. I can work with that. Placing the giant right here. We also have the Rangers buff right here. I know that Clash Royale did also recently come out with a couple of changes. And by changes, I mean they also had a couple of Merge Tactics nerfs or some Merge Tactics buff. I know that they nerfed the clan. Oh, bro, did I really just lose that, bro? I shouldn't have lost that, bro. I actually shouldn't have lost that. I need to lock in, bro. I actually need to lock in. Lock in, twin. Come on now. Okay, let me see here. Unfortunately, because we have a Swift High on the very top, I can't put, one of my best units. Like, I would place the Wizard, or I would place, like, something like the Dark Goblin here if I had it, but I can't. Simply because of the fact that they would still get taken out immediately because they're on the very first tile. And because Royal Giants kind of, like, they don't do that much damage, but at the same time, it's, like, not that tanky. It's, like, whatever, like, it feels, weird. But he only gets good when he's at least, like, 2-3 stars, but that's at the very least. Chat, I wish I had the Spirit Empress. Like, I've been seeing like those like retake, if you guys watch that YouTuber, he's like this one merch tactics YouTuber, like retake. I thought his name was Retalk for the longest time. Like, I thought his name was spelled Retalk, but I mistake the I for L. So I thought his name was Retalk, and I was like, oh, like Retalk, like, it's a pretty good name, but his name is actually Retake. Anyways, I was watching like his videos on merch tactics, right? And basically, he like his main is Spirit Empress, and obviously Spirit Empress, that was from the summer, which was like 2 seasons ago, something like that. And basically, with Spirit Empress, you can essentially generate infinite elixir. I don't know how it works exactly, but I think the key is basically you have to keep like merging units and selling them, and eventually whenever you do that, you basically gain like a net positive of like 1 or 2 elixir every single time. So essentially, the more you merge and the more you sell, you're eventually gonna have like so much elixir to the point where you can get like a bunch of 3 stars and go crazy like that, which is absolutely busted, which is why I want to get the Spirit Empress to try that, because I feel like Spirit Empress, it definitely takes a level of skill, because you have to constantly manage your elixir, you have to constantly cycle and do this, do that, do all that crazy stuff. But I feel like I can handle it. I can definitely do something like that. It sounds fun. I love merging units and selling them and merging more, and going through different comps, all that stuff. They also what's it called? They also buffed the assassin trait, which is pretty crazy if you ask me. So assassin might be the meta. Who knows? Maybe the assassin class is gonna be a meta. I know that they buffed the bandit and the golden knight, so who knows? But we're just gonna kind of stick with what we got. I feel like there's not necessarily like a what's it called, a meta. Like, sure, like there's like meta things that you can like keep track of, but like, I don't know, like the game is still like pretty RNG based and stuff. And so, last season, right? Like last season, I was like this close. I was this close to reaching diamond. If you guys watched my previous stream, I was like right here. I was like right in between. Like, I was 27, like 50 essentially. I was like 2750. I was so close to getting like the last 4 copies of the elixir long. Like, bro, look, my elixir long is literally at 3, like 4 out of 8. I could literally have lava long. Oh, bro, this guy's already here. The Echo Sage. Oh, dude, I didn't even know that. What the frick? The Echo Sage. What? Striking clone summons the Echo who knocked out the nearest enemy or enemies after charging. I don't know exactly what that means, but it sounds interesting. But yeah, they gotta find a way to bring back like the Goblin Queen, or the Spirit Empress, or the Spirit Long, or now this Battle Machine, because the Battle Machine's about to rotate out with the Echo Sage. So they gotta find a way to bring it back without paying for it. Because I wanna play with Spirit Empress. Pause. I want to play with her. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So because like, again, she's like kind of high IQ. Like, you just like consistently merge. Like, I feel like if you're a Spirit Empress player, if you're good with what you're doing, like you could get off some crazy plays, and you could like outmaneuver your opponents like 100%. But again, even with the Spirit Empress, there still is a level of luck to her playstyle. Well, not just to her playstyle, to be fair, but just like to every ruler's playstyle. Like, there's always gonna be a level of RNG, and that level of RNG is just like the cards that you're given and what you start out with, because you could have like a terrible start where you just start off with this like super high elixir amount, and then turns out the opponent had like a turns out the opponent had like 3 goblin cards, and they also had like the dark goblin just to go like just to deal like a bunch of damage, right? It's like you can't do anything about that. Like that would be just one example. And honestly, my last 2 games, like that was a clear example of me having bad RNG. Like right now, this is good RNG. Like this is genuinely, pretty good RNG so far. So, we'll take it. We're gonna get the Dark Goblin, sure. Yeah, I've also learned this tactic from Retake, where there's this oh wait, I think that's the blueprint. Oh, dude, I think that's the blueprint battle machine skin, right? Like I think that's the free battle machine skin that you get from the from leveling him up, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I feel like what's it called? This is also this other tactic that I learned from Retake. He said it's called benching, or it's called like blocking. Ooh, nice. We got ourselves a 3-star. We're blocking, which essentially what that means is you intentionally place down a troop on your bench. And I understand that now. Like that's why, like for example, look at the opponent, right? Like the opponent has like this like mystery. It has like a question mark like on the bench, because you're not supposed to see what they have on their bench units. Like that makes sense now, because that's why it's like, oh, because here's the thing: if you place a troop in your bench, or if it's in your hand, the other opponent, right? Since like everyone shares the same card pool, they can't get themselves like a 3-star. And so I didn't understand that at first, but basically to put it easily, right? Look at this. I have a 2-star Dark Goblin, right? In order to get myself a 3-star Dark Goblin, I need 2 more 1-star Dark Goblin. And that is in the card pool, right? It's going to show up eventually in here, because the card pool starts out with enough to where an opponent like can get themselves a 3-star copy, which is 100% possible. Like there's no denying that, right? But like here's a clear example. I have a Dark Goblin right here, right? Okay, boom, I have a Dark Goblin here, perfect. But like for example, the opponent might also have a Dark Goblin, therefore preventing me. Like right here, like this guy right here, he already has a 3-star Dark Goblin, which means that technically speaking, I can't get myself another 3-star Dark Goblin no matter how many times I cycle in the shop, because it simply doesn't exist. Like because other people already took up the spot of that. But again, because it's the Goblin trait, you could get extras that way. But that's just one example. I don't know if I explained it right. Probably I explained it very terribly. But again, hopefully you guys can watch someone else who has better explanation from that. But so far, this is good. Because look at this. Now we have ourselves a what's it called? We have ourselves a guaranteed second spot. Guaranteed second spot, which means net positive of trophies. Let's see what the opponent has. 2 mortars, a Inferno Tower, okay, no assassins. This should be good. And because the fact that they don't have a barbarian, nor do they have themselves a Dark Goblin, and because the other opponents are out the game, that means that they're back in the shop cycle. So theoretically, what that should mean is that if I cycle the shop enough, I should be able to get myself a 3-star Dark Goblin, which is going to help me out massively against this guy. So hopefully I can win against this guy. But he does have a mystery troop in his bench, so that could either be a troop that I want, or it could just be a non-irrelevant troop. But hopefully it's not a relevant troop. Okay, so here we have a 2-star spear. If I do get myself somehow a 3-star spear, that could be good. Okay, he already took up the 2-star Archer Queen, so that means that the Archer Queen only has 1 more copy, which is either going to go to him or it's going to go to me. Okay, let's sell the P.E.K.K.A. Wizard, sell you, sell that. Okay, we get ourselves a 3-star this, 1 more of that. And then we're just going to wait. We're just going to wait for now. Yeah, we're just going to wait. We're just going to see what happens. And yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. Even if no one is watching this, or even if people are watching this back in the future, I'm just here vibing out with myself. You know, I'm having fun at the end of the day. You know, I'm having fun talking to myself. You know, it's important to talk to yourself, guys. You know, just self-assessment and just looking back on you know, things you did. And bro, what are you doing, Archer Queen, bro? But yeah, you know, hopefully, you know, people can watch this back in the future, and you know, for those who didn't catch the stream, and be like, oh yeah, like, you know, this was dope. This was cool. You know, whatever. People who are maybe watching this back in the future, if you guys could do me a big favor and just hit the subscribe button, I would really appreciate that. I know that's annoying to say that, and trust me, I don't, you know, really like what other people say either. But again, it does help out the channel. You know, you don't have to do it, but just a quick reminder. And yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. So because of the Goblin trait, I just got myself another Dark Goblin copy, so this is good. So I could still be in the game, but at this point, it's kind of 50-50. It's kind of 50-50 at this point. 3-star Dark Goblin, hopefully you can carry, but they do have themselves a 4-star Tesla, which is kind of concerning, I can't lie. You know, it's a little scary. It's a little, you know, it's a little scary, I can't lie. I can't lie. But, yeah, we're probably going to lose that. That's fine. You know, we take the W. We take the second place. That's still going to be a net positive. So we lost the first 2 games, lost 22 trophies. Now we have 14 trophies, so we're still at an overall loss from where we started, but we're going to keep climbing back up. And yeah, Chad, this is what I'm talking about, man. Like, sometimes the RNG in this game, you know, it sucks because you're playing with such a good, you know, you're playing with such good skill, yet, you know, the game still punishes you because, oh, it's RNG. You know, it's RNG. You know, it's RNG. It's random, you know, generated chance. You know, you can't control that, unfortunately. And that's the thing. That's the thing that sucks. But, you know, it is what it is. You're just gonna have to, you know, you're just gonna have to deal with it. And you're just gonna have to wish for better luck. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, you know, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys want to see from me in the future. Let me know if you guys want to see more content like this, or if you guys are down for a different kind of content. I'm always down either way. But yeah, we're gonna push, bro. We're gonna go crazy. We're gonna go until we can't go, which is, I don't know. They make that, they mean to make that rhyme. But also another thing, real quick, is I actually wanted to stream earlier in the day, but and actually I had a chance to do that, but again, I was lazy, and instead I was scrolling on my phone, scrolling on Twitter, X. I was scrolling on Reddit. I was just essentially wasting my time doing these nonsensical things. But I was like, well, I still got to do something today to make a productive day, right? So I was like, well, hey, I'm streaming, you know, right before midnight, right before it turns 12, so I can say that I got some type of content, you know, that came out on January 2nd. But yeah, you know, just gonna be a regular Clash Royale stream as usual. And yeah, guys, I you know, I really hope that in the future, as I continue to stream and as I continue to improve on, you know, my setup, that I can, you know, get myself a better computer, get myself a different setup, a better setup, more importantly, like a better setup, so then I can stream better for you guys, for myself, and for you guys. Like, honestly, this is more so for you guys than for me, because I want the viewer experience to be well. Thankfully, I do have this Blue Yeti microphone, which I am grateful for. So, you know, that's a, you know, like, that's a start. I can't lie, y'all. Like, you know, that's a start. W's for that. And I just have to keep going. You know, maybe get myself a better webcam so then people can see me better, and maybe get myself a better computer in general, right? Better hardware so that I can stream better and not have my computer overheating, and all that jazz. So yeah, we take the W right here. The Bandit actually turns out to be a pretty good card, honestly, because of the recent buff. Like, Bandit might actually be pretty good. You know, like, Bandit might actually be pretty decent, chat. Might actually be pretty decent. I can't lie. I can't lie. So yeah. Let's go. And we're going to take an easy W right here because we're going up against a player who is already out the game. So we're just going to take the easy, quiet W right here while the other two opponents battle it out. That is going to be the Battle Machine and the Royale King. So let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see how they're doing. I hope the Royale King wins though. Ooh. Wait, I think the Royale King might win. No way. Oh, dude, he did win. Let's go. That's better for me because now I know that I'm going to get a second place. Let's go. Let's go, chat. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so I have 2 assassins here. I don't want to reveal the cards just yet. I want to surprise them. I don't want to give it away. I don't want to tell them where the assassins are going to be. I'm going to be watching my opponent here so that way I can give them the element of surprise. 100% we have to sneak up on that princess. So we're going to see if they do some last minute changes. Okay, no, they don't. Okay, boom. We place them down at the end. Hopefully they didn't change it. Nope. Ooh, they did place that musketeer at the end. But that's okay. Because our bandit is going to, boom, go crazy with that dash. Come on, Golden Knight. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Recent buff. Amazing, chat. GG's. GG's. And see, like, this is what I'm talking about. You know, like the meta, like there's not really a meta. It's like whatever troops that you can merge together and just kind of put them in a team. That's what's gonna carry you to the win. You know, that and RNG, of course. You know, that and RNG. Let's go. Keep battling. You know, we're gonna hit 3,000 trophies, guys. We have to hit 3,000 trophies. We are going to hit 3,000 trophies. Okay, so for this modifier, endurance training, basically a no, like no difference modifier. Crap. We're gonna sell that. Let's go. Let's go. See, that was a gamble. That was a gamble, and it paid off. That was actually a really good gamble, and it paid off because at first I was like, well, you know what? Let me just stick with the Skeleton Dragons. But then I was thinking about it. I was like, nah, bro, the Skeleton Dragons suck. Even though it's a 2-star, I'm going to sell it so then I get 3 troops on the board because that's the advantage of the Elixir Long, is that he can have 3 troops on the board, giving you a huge advantage. And I still think that the Elixir Long is very meta right now. So he's still going to be putting in some pretty good work when it comes to going against our opponents right here. And yeah, you know, sometimes don't be afraid to just sell the troops that you don't have right now because the troops are going to come back into rotation eventually, right? Again, this is on a smaller scale only because you gain a equal amount of elixir and that you do not gain more elixir. But that's where the Spear Empress comes to play, right? Because the Spear Empress, she gets positive elixir whenever she trades and whenever she sells, right? But if you're just selling as a regular player, that's a non-Spear Empress player, you're only going to get the same amount, equal to, or less. Well, actually, no, you're never going to get less, but you're always going to get an equal amount, which ultimately equates to just like getting the same amount of elixir, which is not bad. You know, it's not bad. Hopefully y'all stay hydrated. It's very important to stay hydrated, guys. You know, drink some water. You know, if you need to drink some water, you know, take a quick break if you guys need to break. You know, this is a chill stream, you know, chill stream. All about the chill vibes. That's what it's all about. That's what I'm all about, you know. Hopefully Spirit Empress loses. No, the Spirit Empress won. Okay. Now we're all kind of on an equal playing field, on an equal standstill. Okay, we get ourselves a Dark Goblin. This is good. This is good, chat. This is good. Place down the Archer Queen right here. Skeleton Dragons. Okay, okay. Okay. Let's see. Should I place this somewhere here? We're going to place this here. And then we're going to go like this. Yeah, we're going to go like that. Have our Rangers in the back. And then our 2 tanks in the front. That being the Goblin and the Royal Giant. Okay, this is good so far. Valkyrie is very tanky. Okay, we should be good. Okay, let's go. Hey, let's go, chat. Boom, get that out of here, bro. Get that guy out of here. Ooh, okay, a Stabby Gob, a Stabby Gob. Ooh! Ooh, okay. Wait, I was gonna say 1 second. I was gonna be like, no, I regret that because the Dark Goblin's out of rotation. But then I was like, wait, no, the Dark Goblin came back. Yes. I was like, let's go. Okay, we sell the Valkyrie, get ourselves a princess right here. We are not gonna be able to get ourselves a 2-star princess for now, but that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna get her in the next round, yo. We're gonna get her in the next round. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Oh, Princess putting in massive work there. Sniping that wizard in the back. Dealing some massive damage right here. That's what I'm talking about. Still lose that battle machine, but that's fine. That's kind of like the biggest op. He's kind of the biggest op for us right now. But as long as we take out the Spirit Empress, I think we should be good. Okay, level that up. Level you up. Let's go. We get ourselves a 3-star Dark Goblin. We are going to sell the Stab Goblin. No. Sell the Spear. Should I get this one in here? Yeah, let's put in the Barbarian. Sell you. Get the 3-star. Save up some elixir, and now we have ourselves an easy round because we're going up against this dead opponent. So let's see. Hopefully the Battle Machine guy takes out the Spirit Empress, because that way that guarantees myself a 2nd place spot. So even if I lose, hey, I still gain trophies technically. So that's that. That's going to be awesome sauce. So let's see how they're doing right here. And yeah, the Goblin, the Battle Machine guy, he's going to take care of that. Goblin Machine is, not Goblin Machine, Battle Builder, the Master Builder or whatever. He's also kind of RNG because you can't control the buildings that you get. If you get lucky, you get some really good buildings. But if you don't get lucky, then you can end up with 4 elixir collectors, hypothetically, right? But he kind of got a good start. You know, he got himself a mortar, followed up by Expo, which is obviously, super overpowered once it gets going, and then the Inferno Tower. Pretty good so far. But yeah, hopefully this is going to be enough. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. My key concern is definitely the wizard. I think the wizard's going to be dealing the most amount of damage. So if we could take care of that, not likely. Not likely. Now it's the wizard and it's the Dark Goblin, but that's fine. That's fine. We're going to take the L, but it's ultimately a W because we still got 15 trophies. So let's go. Let's go, chat. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. 1 step closer. 2777. Yeah, exactly. 1 more win away from 2,800, which would get ourselves the 4 copies of Battle Machine. Now, that's 1 step closer to Diamond. Let's go. That's it. Like, once I hit Diamond, that's it. Like, I'm not going to keep pushing. 1, because I want the badge. And 2, because even if they do have the badge, then they're not going to give you, like, the exact placement. If they had a badge, like I saw that... Ooh, hold up a sec. Let me stop my train of thought. Mystery shop. Okay, I'm not gonna read that now because I don't have enough time. Let me see this. Okay. Yeah, let me read the modifier because I don't think I've ever played with this modifier before. What is this? This is mystery shop. Shop's rightmost troop will always cost 3 elixir, but be a mystery until brought. What does that mean? Chat, what does that mean? Chat, what does that mean? Like, I'm confused. What does that mean? Mystery shop? Shop's rightmost hand? What? Oh, that's what it means. Oh, shoot. Okay. So I tap on it and it costs me 3 elixir, but it's a random troop. What the heck, chat? What the heck? Okay. Interesting. So, okay, let me read that again. So, mystery shop. Shop's rightmost troop will always cost 3 elixir, but to be a mystery until brought. Okay, so it will always be some type of 3 costing elixir troop, but you're not gonna know it until you buy it. Okay. Well, not to be a downer or anything, but isn't that just more, isn't that just more RNG into the game? Like, there's already enough RNG, but oh wait, it's okay. Wait, now I'm even more confused because I thought the troop was going to be a troop that costs 3 elixir, but the mini P.E.K.K.A is 2 elixir. and it costed me 3 elixir. So essentially, I lost out on 1 elixir. Bro, what the frick? What the frick, chat? So, shop's right-hand most troop will always cost 3 elixir, but be a mystery until it's bought. Okay, so essentially it is RNG. You could either get yourself a good troop for 3 elixir at a cheaper cost, or you could essentially get screwed over and get yourself a very nasty troop for no elixir, essentially. Well, that sure isn't RNG, right? No, of course it's RNG. I'm kidding. Okay, we get ourselves a 3-star dart. Okay, we're gonna have to spin the mystery wheel. Okay, we get ourselves a princess. That's not bad. Hey, see, that was a good trade. She cost 4. I got her for 3. That was nice. That was nice. I can't lie. That was a good trade. Okay, so mystery shop. Chat, that really is just RNG, though. That really is just RNG, because you could either get yourself a good troop or not. Like, that's crazy, though. But it's interesting that we get both the P.E.K.K.A.s, because the P.E.K.K.A.s did also get a recent balance change to where now they have more healing, and they get themselves bonus, what's it called? A bonus maxed HP. Like, it was 30%, now it's 40%, it was like 40, 50%, and now it's 60%, so W's for that. That's cool. That's cool, that's cool. We're gonna stick with this, though. Yeah, this is good, this is good. We're going to stick with this. Hopefully I take this guy out so then I can get myself guaranteed 2nd place. That would be nice. That would be good. Okay. Okay, this is good. I don't know. I think I'm going to lose this one. I think I might lose this one. This one's looking a little rough. I can't lie. Yeah, he just has a lot of tanks at the front. Hold up. Hey, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Yes. Okay, guarantee 2nd place. This is cool. This is cool. I'm good with this. I'm good now. I'm good. Okay. So you get 2-star, and then we do nothing. So let's see. So this guy, he has a princess as well. He also has quite a lot of tanks at the front, which is a little concerning because we have to take care of that somehow, some way. Let's switch these troop around. Let's place these a little bit more towards the back. Maybe give our ranged troops 1 more second to hit. I don't know. That's not a good idea to to clump up my archer queen. Nope, that was not a good idea. That was a terrible idea. The P.E.K.K.A. just healed for a ton though. That was decent. Yeah, I lost. I'll take that though. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. We'll take that, chat. We'll take that, chat. Okay. Let's see. Where are we at now? 2791, bro. You've got to be kidding me. I was so close. But hey, on a good hand, we did just unlock another seasonal chest, and boom, guys, open chest event. We're gonna get ourselves a free evolution box for the first time on the channel. Let's see what we get. Hopefully we get something good. Hopefully we get something nice. Hopefully we get ourselves a good evolution. Okay, so we start with the 3-star. Okay. Ooh, it goes to a 4-star. Can it go to a 5-star? No. 4-star, 4-star. 2 archers evolutions. Okay. Not the best. Not the worst. Honestly, a little bit disappointed, but archers evolutions, that's okay. I remember when they gave out the archers evolution for free over the summer. You know, I wish I took advantage of that, but, you know, I didn't. You know, they also gave out the Electro Dragon for free. They also gave out Evil Wizard for free. They also gave out free Tesla for free. And they also gave out Evil Archers for free. But I guess we'll take it. You know, we'll take it. I wish it was, you know, I wish it was like another evolution. I wish it was like Skeleton Bear evolution, or maybe even like, what's it called? Like a Cannon evolution would be nice. Musketeer. I mean, at least it's not Furnace, because I know that I'm getting Furnace for free. Could have gotten Skeleton Army evolution. But anyways, nah, it's fine. It's honestly chill. I'm grateful. You know. We're gonna go into one more game. We gotta hit 2,800 in the stream, guys. We gotta hit 2,800 in the stream right here, right now. We're not gonna stop until we hit 2,800. You know. And then I'm going to be grinding maybe a little bit off stream, but we'll see, because I'm still 200 trophies away. I definitely want to hit it before Sunday at reset. But yeah. Frick, okay. I definitely want to hit it before reset, though. Definitely want to hit it before reset on Sunday, because that's when the season's going to reset. I don't know if I should be playing on that day, or I should be playing a little bit before. You know, because there could be a lot of sweaty players hopping on the game at the very end of the season. You know what I'm saying? I want to hit it before reset, though. Okay, I was just watching my stream for a second just to check if everything's good. Okay. Okay, this is good. This is good. We got ourselves a little bit of a clan here. We're going against all battle machines here, which is kind of interesting. Yeah. Okay. Which is kind of interesting, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Hey, okay. There we go. Again, battle machine is also very RNG dependent. If you get yourself a good battle machine, you could get yourself, you know, a ton of value, but, you know, if you can't, then, you know, you're not going to get yourself a lot of value. Okay, let's do this. Let's get ourselves another dart right here. Should I take the risk? I'm gonna take the gamble. Okay, the gamble technically paid off, but I did get myself a 2-star wizard for a 3-star cost. I mean, a 3-cost elixir for a 2-cost wizard, which is meh. Okay, that's okay. We're gonna place these a little bit towards the back because I know that they have themselves a Infernal Tower. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we're probably gonna lose this one. That's fine. The wizard's doing good. Okay, well he was kind of doing good there until he didn't, but that's fine. Okay, let's strategize right here. Ooh, okay, one person lost. That means guaranteed 3rd place. That's good. Huh. Okay, let's take the princess because that's guaranteed. Tough sell right here. Should I do it? I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Okay, maybe not. Okay, that was not a good trade. That was not a good trade. Not a good trade, chat. Not a good trade. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we blocked the assassins, which is good. But I don't know if we're gonna win this because they're kind of tanky. Might lose. Okay. Bro, we're so close, chat. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on now. Okay, let's keep going. Assassin? No. Okay, switch you. Get another barbarian in there. Okay, so we have the full blaster synergy, which is decent, I guess. And we are going up against the guy who's already out the game, which is going to be good for us. You know, that's going to give us a little bit of leeway to kind of adjust our comp and to see what works and to adjust. So let's see here. Apologies for that, but okay. So I'm thinking if they can give me another clan, that would be good. Because then maybe I could get the full blaster and full clan synergy. But I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Okay, we do have Archer Queen here. Okay, this is good. Ooh, does this work though? This does work. This does work, chat. This does work. Okay. So you. Oh, frick, I'm so dumb, bro. Why did I just sell the Spear Goblin? Okay, well, the Spear Goblin is back, but that was still kind of a dumb move on my end. I sold the Spear Goblin because I was trying to get a 3-star without realizing that I needed this Spear Goblin there in order for me to get the 3-star anyways, chat. What the frick? That's fine. Thankfully, no one's picking a Spear Goblin, so I'm able to get myself a Spear Goblin right here. Can they clutch up? Come on! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir, Ski. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. 3-star that. And then get another troop on the bench. Sell that. Sell that. Frick it. Mystery. Ooh, a good mystery. A monk for 3 elixir. Sell you. Get myself another Valkyrie. Let's see. Nope, they're not taking Valkyrie. They're not. Okay, what's gonna be more beneficial, a Valkyrie or a Wizard, chat? I think a Valkyrie. But you know what? I think it is Valkyrie, but I have to take what I can get right now because I could be out the game any second. So I'm gonna take the Wizard for now. We're gonna go like this. See if we can stay in the game for a little bit longer. Okay, 2 assassins. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. This is good. This is good. Come on, princess. Okay. Okay, that's fine. No, oh frick, dude, the Expo. Nah, chat. I was so close. Okay, lock in, chat, lock in. Okay, so you get that. That's it. Never mind. That's as much as we're doing because we don't have enough elixir, but that's fine. Hey, this is cool. This is chill. Because now we're going against the opponent who's already out the game. So now all I can hope for is that this guy takes out this guy so that I can get myself a 2nd place. I'm not getting a 1st place yet, which sucks. But we'll take what we can get. And if it's a 2nd place, then we'll take that. This guy does have a 4-star Expo, so that doesn't look too good. That doesn't look too good for this dude. But this dude does have a 3-star Expo, so I want to watch their match because I already know that I'm going to win my match. Okay. Okay, please let this guy lose. Let the one opponent... Okay, yes, he lost. Yes, chat, let's go. This means guaranteed 2nd place. We'll take it. Okay. Listen, I'm probably going to be out the game, but I'm happy. I'm happy because at least I'm getting 2nd place. I'm good with that. Chat. Okay? Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, honestly, I was like pretty close. I was like close to taking this guy out, like in the 1st place, honestly. Let's see. Okay, so he's still going assassin. I'm gonna place the princess. I'm gonna place the archer queen right here. Try to block that golden knight from sniping my princess right here. Stop! Damn it, bro. Oh, these assassins piss me off, bro. Again, I probably wasn't gonna win anyways, but nah, chat. Let's be honest. Like I stood a chance. I stood a chance there, bro. Come on. I stood a chance there. Come on. Okay, we didn't win that game. We won that game. Let's go. We're gonna claim 4 Battle Machines cards. Let's go. Now we're at 2,800. Let's go. 200 trophies away from hitting diamond. Then we're stopping it there. We're not going to keep grinding. We're going to get that trophy. We're going to get that badge, and then that's it. If only the badges show on your profile, like, oh, yeah, you got a diamond badge, and you got 8th place, or whatever. That would be cool. Like, okay, let's see this guy, for example. 400 streak. Damn, that's crazy. But look at this guy, right? He has himself a diamond badge, in Merge Tactics, and he has a 2v2 competitor with where he placed, top 10k, which is cool. Damn, 431 day streak. That's crazy, chat. Bro's been playing daily since like more than a year ago. That's crazy. But anyways, chat, we're gonna look at this though. I don't know why it's glitched out because it says that I don't have enough card. Okay, now it says I have enough card. We're going to upgrade the Battle Machine for free. Level 4, we're going to get ourselves another free skin. Let's go. The Scheme Machine. Looks pretty cool. Hey, free's good, chat. Free's good. I'll take it. Scheme Machine. Always best to have a plan A, plan B, and a plan machine. Cool. So, it's just like a blue Battle Machine. Looks nice. Looks cool. But yeah, I think that's going to be good. That's going to be where we're going to end off today's stream, though, guys. This was a W stream. As always, I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate all the support and everything. We pushed ourselves from 8,500 trophies today to 9,000 trophies as a quick recap. And we also pushed ourselves from 2007 trophies in Merge Tactics to 2008 trophies, which is nice. We unlocked a bunch of free rewards along the way. So that was good, chat. That was a good stream. And yeah, I hope you guys take care. If you stayed until the end, I really appreciate you. I want to say that I really am grateful for everything, just from watching the video, just from being here. You know, it really does mean a lot to me. It really doesn't mean a lot to me than what you might think. You know, your support goes a long way. So if you want to support me more, just hitting the subscribe would mean a lot to me as well. You don't even have to like. Just subscribing to the channel would help me grow a lot. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2026. So if you want to be a part of that journey and want to see me become a big content creator like the people like Jason the Ween, Stable Ronaldo, the FaZe guys, Kai Cenat, listen, I believe in myself. I want to be one of those guys one of these days. You know, not the copycat. I want to be my own self. I want to be unique. I want to meet friends. I want to meet those Twitch people along the way. I want to be friends. And I want to just be a cool guy, living out my best life. And yeah, want to see that happen? Hey, claim your ticket early, because we're only going to the top, baby. Let's go. But yeah, guys, hope you guys appreciate that. Hopefully you guys have a good 2026. We're just getting started. We're only 3 days in, and we're going to keep on going, guys. So take care, guys, and I will see you guys in the next stream or video. Peace out, guys. Just Out Ice